Two.
Yo, what's up, guys? We are back again for the podcast this week. I got my boy Sean once again.
Hello.
Yep, and we like what happened last week with the podcast. So we were back. Of course, we're back, but So yeah, we're gonna be talking about week 2, NFL. Week 1 was very surprising for some teams.
Mm-hmm.
We have FIBA. We want to talk about basketball.
Yep.
Antonio Brown situation, some other things. So yeah, let's get right into it. Sean, you could kick us off, my guy.
So week 1 definitely delivered some surprises. The first one I want to talk about is Titans going on the road and beating the Browns by 30. That was not a shock that the Browns weren't as hot as people thought they would be, but the fact that it was that.
You see Odell's getting fun?
But yeah, I saw
that watch.
I'm telling you, that game specifically had a lot of telling signs. And I said in the last podcast, the Browns' offensive line is going to be their downfall if they don't do well, and that showed against the Titans at home. They were terrible. They were absolutely terrible, and they didn't do anything in the offseason to recover. So this is what they get. They get really bad offensive play, and the Titans completely capitalized on it. They picked Mayfield off fucking 3 times. I'm pretty sure there was a fumble as well. Yeah, not a great start. There was a safety as well in that game. Now, on the Titans side of things, they looked really good, and not just on the defensive side, but their offense was really, really good.
Your boy Marquise Brown.
My guy, what's it called? Derrick Henry played really well. I think he's one of those reliable halfbacks that they can, if Mariota's not doing so hot, they'll give it to him. He'll rock it. I think they got Dion Lewis as well. Yeah. They can play him as a third. Yeah, exactly. My man, AJ Brown from Ole Miss. Yeah. That's Hollywood. We're gonna get to him in a little bit. But AJ Brown, I've been saying it, is my favorite receiver in the draft class, and he had 3 receptions for 100 yards, and he was really, really reliable. I really like him. I'm telling you, if you need a receiver for your fantasy and you're trying to go for almost like a small risk, like high reward
if
guy.
He's not already picked up.
Right, get AJ Brown. And in most I've seen, he's like maybe 30% owned by teams. Not a lot of people are getting on that bandwagon yet. Trust me, you want it. I think he's gonna be
tried
really
to
good.
Maybe I picked up in my league.
Wow, I got him in my league right away. I'm like, I gotta get him. But they played really well, and I think
Mary would have played very well. Coming back from that injury last year.
Yeah, I was a little. I was just surprised at how consistent he was, I think.
Their offensive line's good, though.
Yeah, their offensive line. He got sacked a few times, but they are against the Browns, and they have a really good...
Rings on that side.
They have a good pass rush. Yeah, exactly. But my kind of stud player that I didn't really know what to expect was Cameron Wake. He played for the Dolphins for years. Awesome pass rusher. And he had 2.5 sacks. So, that, his impact was immediately felt. And they needed him. They needed him to perform well, and they did. That was the Titans-Browns.
I'm going to start with Baltimore and Miami. All right. The score was 59-10. Obviously, you guys saw the Ravens won. And, of course, it's Miami. But I do want to point out, Lamar Jackson played very well. He went 17 for 20, 324 yards and 5 touchdowns. Also, threw the ball to Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. He had 4 receptions, 147 yards, 2 TDs. I know Lamar Jackson, he's very inconsistent as a QB-wise. But I did like how he did.
So, Matt, what team do they play?
Miami Dolphins. I know they.
Sorry, the Miami Dolphins. Is that right?
The Miami Dolphins, yes.
So they play the Miami Dolphins. And here's my thing. I'm not trying to discredit Lamar. He had a really great game. He did. They played a completely dismantled, dysfunctional.
They requested trades after the game.
Exactly. And they've completely lost hope in Flores already, which I think is stupid. I think Flores, I actually like him, but obviously they did not game plan well for this at all. My thing with the Dolphins in this game, it wasn't just that they allowed 59 points. I expected that. Their defense took so many hits this offseason. I knew the defense would be bad. I didn't know that their run game would be that terrible. They had their leading rusher, Kenyon Drake, who is a very good running back, 4 carries for 12 yards.
They got Fitzmagic.
You can't do that. Fitzmagic was bad.
Throw Josh Rosen next week.
Yeah, I don't know. What I did like about... All right, so from the Ravens then, I love seeing Mark Ingram play well. I think he's really underrated. I think people are really underestimating him. He's a really good running back. and I think he'll continue to do really well for them. Marquise Brown, who I expressed a lot of doubts during the draft process. I wasn't a big fan of him. I thought he was just a speedster, but didn't have much to him. I'm not necessarily steering away from that because he did it. I mean, look, he had a really good game, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. I get it. It's against a really, really poor secondary. So that's my thing, though. Yeah. He still played really well. He made plays, but it's going to come down in the next couple weeks and see what he can do. So I'm not going to make any judgments about him.
I mean, they have the Cardinals this week.
Yeah, so again, though, he's got to face a real challenge because I think I'm not sure who was covering him. It definitely wasn't.
Pat P might be covering this time.
Well, yeah, Pat P's going to cover him this week. Well, I don't even know because I don't think Marquise Brown's our number one guy, but
you don't know.
I'm not too sure, but he's probably their slot guy.
What other game surprised you?
Yeah.
Just recap of week 1, really.
So what's it called? Quick Seahawks Bengals. Seahawks won 21-20.
John Ross, bro.
John Ross had a really great game, and I think he's one of those guys that.
Another fantasy pickup.
Right, and although he was drafted 9th overall and he didn't live up because of injuries and stuff, and a lot of people thought he was drafted too early, which I do agree, he still has a lot of talent. And I don't think he's just a speedster. He has a really good sense of, you could tell when he's playing that he knows what he's doing. And, again, 7 receptions. It's not just the 158 yards and a couple of touchdowns. That's awesome. It's the fact that they target him so much. Not sure. Seattle plays more of a zone thing.
Okay.
They weren't ready for him. You could tell. They did not game plan well for him. They didn't expect him to do as well as he did. So what we saw from the Bengals, Andy Dalton played really well. I mean, he threw it 50 times because they didn't get any run game going.
They have Joe Mixon, right?
They do have Joe Mixon. He only had 6 carries for 10 yards.
Damn.
Seattle did do a very good job at the run stuff, and Jadeveon Clowney's presence was completely felt. If you're watching the game, him pressuring, because that's something that Seattle has lacked in the past, is a good run defense. So that was cool to see. However, Seattle dealing with a lot of injuries. On the Seattle side, I do really like DK Metcalf. He had a really good debut.
Good.
I think it was 4 receptions, 89 yards.
So he's pacifier.
Yeah. And you could tell. I mean, Russell was targeting him a lot. And now the one thing I was upset about, Tyler Lockett did not really get anything going. He had 1 reception. Now it was a 44-yard touchdown, but that's it. They didn't target him enough. The pass game was poor from Seattle. Now the thing for any Seattle fans listening, if there are any. I'm just happy we got the win. It wasn't pretty. A 1-point win against a Bengals team in Seattle, that's not great. Seattle usually loses week 1 every single year. So we know this going in. We know we start off really poor. It's going to take a couple weeks to get in the swing of things. They have the Steelers next week, I think, in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers team, which we're going to get to that soon, too.
They lost.
Pretty bad. So no, but Seattle, bad things. Secondary didn't look great. There was should have been an interception right before the half that ended up being a John Ross touchdown. Tedrick Thompson, our free safety, didn't do so well. So hopefully he learns from that.
Let's move over to my team.
Yeah, and
the New York Football Giants.
The New York Giants.
I stopped watching after halftime.
So Giants lost 35-17.
But we played very bad. I will give that to us. Our defense struggled. Our offense did pretty good.
Saquon Barkley had a good game.
Eli had a decent game.
They held Ezekiel Elliott.
He threw the ball
44
yards. Times, though, Eli.
Yeah, no, you don't want that.
Saquon also had 11 carries, so it's like... A positive side, though, Evan Ingram played very well.
Yeah, look, Evan Ingram was a guy I didn't draft him. I drafted O.J. Howard ahead of Evan Ingram in these fantasy things because I wasn't a big... I didn't know how Evan Ingram was going to I don't know. I didn't know how he was going to do this year.
Our defense struggled.
He did really well.
Bad, though.
No, yeah, and that's expected. I mean, look, this Giants team...
But I do have some positive sides. We had our... Where was it? Ryan Conley played very well. Our rookie middle linebacker. He played very well at Wisconsin. Hamilton kind of sucked. But that's kind of expected. Who's this? Trey Davis, I think his name is? Yeah, Tay Davis, sorry. He was actually moved to safety this year. He actually played very well, too, which I'll give it to him. But overall, our defense has to get better for week 2. I think we play against the... Who we play against? The Bills.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's a big test.
But it's doable.
Look, Giants, it's going to take time. It's going to take time.
We're rebuilding, so hey.
Daniel Jones came in the game, and I think he fumbled it, or did he throw an interception? I think he fumbled it.
Did he come in? I didn't realize.
Daniel Jones, because they put him in, I remember shortly after, which, I mean, people overreacted
I
to
went
that.
3 for 4, 17 yards.
Yeah, Daniel Jones fumbled in.
But nothing else really.
Dallas got, but yeah.
When he went 3 for 4, I'll take it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Look, I'm telling you, they gotta stick with Eli. Just stick with him for the first 8 weeks, and then you could see how you guys are doing at that point. But yeah, Cowboys look good.
We had our first tie.
Cardinals Lions, that was a really fun game. I watched that one. Seeing Kyler, this was a fantastic debut from him, at least in the fourth quarter, or at least second half. They played terrible. That offense was atrocious that first half. It was honestly really hard to watch. But yeah, they came back, and it was. I really wish they got the win. And I honestly wish ties weren't a thing in football. I think that's ridiculous. But
yeah, brother, I'm telling you, they have to bring back. They have to bring college rules.
I agree. Things we saw from that game. Lions. Look, T.J. Hawkinson had an amazing. No one's talking about it, but he had an amazing debut. 6 receptions, 131 yards, and a touchdown.
Kerryon Johnson played pretty bad.
Right, and Kerryon. Look, They have to block him better.
Stafford
because
played decent,
you
though.
can easily tell. Stafford was good in the first half. He was awful late in the game. And look what happened. Look, the Lions played conservatively at the end of the game. You can't do that in the NFL anymore. When you're trying to run out the clock and like get an easy win, you can't do that anymore. Because guess what? That's what they did, and the Cardinals came running back and they tied it, and they could have won it. You can't play conservative in the fourth quarter anymore. Like teams have to get used to that.
Who cares about the Bucs and 49ers?
Yeah, that was just to touch on that. James Winston needs to be benched. He can't be a starting quarterback anymore.
Who's your backup?
He makes. I don't even know. I don't even care. They have to pick up somebody. He is terrible. I'd rather have
Kaepernick, bro.
Right. I'd seriously rather see him start for the Bucs because James Winston is awful. He's a terrible, terrible decision maker. He threw 3 picks and they were all just terrible. I can't believe. Honestly, it is absolutely. I can't take James Winston. Garoppolo, on the other hand, looked pretty bad as well. I didn't really see anything from him that was. Or I shouldn't say bad, but he wasn't great.
Yeah.
And yeah, the 49ers offensively did not play very well. Like, just straight up. The 49ers had 2 pick sixes. Like, that's why they won. They won a game by 14. They won it because of their defense. And I'll give them credit, man. The defense actually looked pretty solid. I'll give them that. But yeah, both teams, nothing to be very optimistic about. Next game, we're going to do the Colts-Chargers. Which, look, this Chargers team... It is really worrying, man. You can't go into overtime and like barely beat out the Colts. Now, things I saw: Marlon Mack, awesome game for the Colts. 175 yards and a touchdown rushing, really great. Jacoby Brissett played really well too.
In his first NFL actual start.
Brissett. Yeah, he looked just consistent.
But he also was behind the goal. Tom Brady for a very long time.
Yeah, that's true. Can't argue for that. And yeah, Chargers didn't look terrible, but. It can't be that close. You can't do that.
Phil Rivers is very underrated, though.
Yeah, I agree. He played well. Of course. Eckler played well.
Yeah, he played very well.
Yeah.
Being out of Melvin Gordon.
Well, he also almost had 100. He had like 95 receiving yards, so he played really, really freaking
Came up good.
Yeah, and then we got Chiefs, Jaguars. We saw Nick Foles injured. And I told you, I said in the offseason, Gardner Minshew. I love Gardner Minshew. Dude, he has such a cool story. And honest to God, I didn't think he'd get any playing time this year. But to see him do it, backing up Nick Foles and being... he played really... 22 for 25. He comes from... I forget what school he went to. But small school, and he really had the battle, like, in high school and stuff. Like, he was just a hard worker, and he was a leader, like, a real, legit leader. Mm-hmm. That's why I liked him. Like, that's one of those quarterbacks I like to look at and be like, okay, this is a guy that actually cares and he's passionate. 22 for 25, 275 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Damn, pretty good.
Really great for a guy who has to come in, and it wasn't enough to catch up to the Chiefs. The Chiefs, obviously, Sammy Watkins had a career game, almost 200 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns.
Patty Mahomes did his thing.
He
did get hurt at some point.
He did, but still, Leonard Fournette for the Jags didn't look great. But he's one of those guys I'm going to keep my eye on. I really like Fournette, but they have to block better. That's what it comes down to. Then we got
Redskins. To Will Lutz, though.
Yeah. That was
all the hate by kickers. He made a nice clutch kick, and there you go.
Yeah, that was a really fun game to watch, and.
I got Drew Brees in fantasy. He came up clutch for me. Also, I have DeAndre Hopkins.
I have DeAndre Hopkins and Michael Thomas on my team. They both did very well. Will Lutz got the game winner.
Good for him.
You know, though, and this is one of those games where, yes, the Texans lost. It's still a good sign. They still played really well.
Sean Watson did his thing.
Yeah, he did really well.
He
made
a couple mistakes, but
right, I get it. It's the first game of the season. I get it, but yeah, I like this team. I like both teams. I think they're going to do really well.
The Hard Knocks team, bro. The Raiders.
Raiders and the Broncos.
Very boring.
Look,
game.
I told you this. I really don't like the Raiders this year. I still don't. I'm still not convinced after this game. What I am convinced of, though, is Derek Carr. He played really well. And honestly, look, Josh Jacobs, okay, 2 touchdowns is great, but he's still out of like 20-something carries. He had like 80-something yards.
85 yards.
Like, what I'm looking at the...
Tyree Williams,
it's like 3.5 yards average. Yeah, dude. What's his name?
Tyrell Williams.
Yeah, Tyrell Williams. Yeah, man. He's our number 1 guy now, and he showed it. He did really well. And yeah, Derek Carr, I think that's the only... Not necessarily the only, but it's the biggest thing that Raiders fans are optimistic about, or should be optimistic about, is Derek Carr.
Thomas Brown gone.
Yeah. And the Broncos, Flacco was serviceable, but he's not enough. They need a run game. Philip Lindsay did not play well. I'm not sure if he got injured.
No, Royce Freeman came in.
But Royce Freeman came in, and it was all right. Like, they need to get a solid running back. But Cortland Sutton had 120 yards.
Shit.
He didn't really do much last year, from my recollection. I think he's gonna do really well for him, because he's gonna end up being the number 1 guy alongside Emmanuel Sanders, I think. But yeah, no, not a lot there. We missed 1 game.
Who we missed?
Or 2 or 3. Sorry, we missed 3. All right, Falcons Vikings. Vikings demolished the Falcons. Yeah, I've been saying this, and I know. Kirk Cousins had 98 yards, and he went 8 for 10. It doesn't matter. Dalvin Cook was fantastic.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was awesome. They destroyed the Falcons, man. I think that the Falcons look terrible.
The offensive line got hurt.
They look terrible. Yeah.
Lindstrom.
Yeah. That's right.
He's out for a decent time.
That's so bad. And they just paid Julio Jones a lot of money. And yeah, no. I mean, the Falcons were scoreless until the 4th.
Jets lost, bro, by 1.
The Jets Bills. So the Jets had it the entire game.
Yeah.
And the Bills came back, and that was fun to watch. It was fun to see. Josh Allen make that comeback, and Devin Singletary looked alright, and
John Brown though.
Yeah, John Brown played really well. I'll give it to him. This Jets team. I mean,
they have a lot of injuries now.
Sam Darnold has he a mono or
he's sick. Le'Veon Bell's hurt now.
Yeah, right.
C.J. Mosley's hurt.
C.J. Mosley groin
out for the whole
injury.
year.
The Jets looked really good, and now they're sort of
falling
apart. And the whole Greg Williams thing, I don't know if you heard about that, the defense coordinator. Apparently, OBJ came out and said, yeah, he taught the secondary to make cheap shots, like cheap hits and stuff. And they targeted OBJ a couple years. It's a whole thing. I don't know if any repercussions will come of that, but just to stay tuned. But yeah, no, Jets looked good until the end there. And their defense was legitimately really great. But yeah, Mosley being injured, it's gonna hurt him. They do have Trevor Siemian though, the backup, Sam Darnold, which that's a good backup to have. Yeah. I'll say that he'll be serviceable. Eagles Redskins. Eagles have nothing to be proud of.
Those teams.
The Eagles have nothing to be proud of. They did not play a great game. And look, you can make these assumptions. Oh, they made a great comeback in the second half. It's against the Redskins in Philly.
Dwayne Haskins play? Yeah.
I mean, no. It was Case Keenum, and Case Keenum did really well. Now the problem I have with the Eagles in this game is that they were down 20-7 against the Redskins, and they had to make a comeback in the first place. That's my issue. Yeah, no, nothing. That Eagles team looked really, really poor. Hopefully this isn't a sign. They did not get a great running game going, though. Howard and Sproul split carries. I think Sanders got some carries, too. Deshaun Jackson, though. Deshaun Jackson played awesome in his return. That was cool. But yeah, no, not very hopeful for this Eagles team. And I had them going 11-5, 12-4, so that was brutal. And our last game, the Rams-Panthers. good on both sides. Like, there wasn't really anything that... Cam Newton was alright. He wasn't great. But McCaffrey was fantastic. And it was a close game. I give them both credit. I don't know about this Rams team, though. I'm not totally convinced that they're going to be a powerhouse again. But I do think they are still a really good team.
Sean McVay doing his thing.
I don't know. There's something about... The Rams, they have a lot of things sort of going against them with the Gurley thing. We don't know how that injury is going to last, and we don't know how Goff's going to do, and the defense, and they don't have Ndamukong Suh anymore. He went to the Buccaneers.
Oh shit!
Buccaneers.
I didn't know that.
But no, I don't know. I mean, there's things with the Rams that they also Marcus Joyner as well. So.
Speaking about the Panthers, they are playing in about 10 minutes.
They are playing in 10 minutes. They are playing. Who are they playing? The Bucs? Buccaneers.
This is week 2, by the way.
Yeah, this is week 2 coming up. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Yeah. I think Carolina.
Yeah.
I'll say this, though. I mean, the
Buccaneers... No, we are not taking all home teams this time.
Yeah, no.
We're not trying to do that.
What's it called? Yeah, I just have no faith in Jameis Winston. And that's what sucks, is they have weapons. They have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, O.J. Howard. What's his face? I forget. But no, they have weapons on the offense. They got Bruce Arians behind the offense now. It just sucks that James is their guy. I really, really don't think it's a good idea. But anyway, yeah, that was week 1. I think
we started week 2.
I have to listen back, but I'm pretty sure a lot of my predictions were wrong, as they usually are. As they usually are for week 1.
You never know what's bad.
But yeah, so real quick.
We're going to fly through week 2.
We're going to throw through. Okay, 49ers, Bengals.
I got 49ers. Actually, no, timeout. I have the Bengals.
I'm going to go Bengals. They
just
look
because
good
they
in
look
Seattle.
well.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to stop Garoppolo, I think. And I don't think they're going to be as good as they were in Seattle, but
John Ross will slow down a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see that. We'll see. The guy established some sort of run game. But yeah, I got Bengals. We got Chargers in Detroit against the Lions.
I had Chargers.
I'm gonna go Chargers too, but
there's a possible way.
You know what? No, I'll go Lions.
All right, go
an upset. I'm gonna go Lions in an upset. Right. I think Kerryon Johnson's gonna have a breakout game. Calling it.
I hope so for my fantasy.
23 carries, 119 yards.
No, I'm saying like 300 yards.
119 yards. No. 119 yards and a touchdown. How about that? We got Vikings on the road against the Packers. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with Vikings.
I'm gonna go Vikings too on the road, and I like this. Look, I think Green Bay is gonna be good this year. I like the Vikings right now. They had a great win, and their weapons are not. The Packers cannot stop them.
I don't think Green Bay will be that good this year.
I think they're going to be good. I think they'll break 500. They'll get to 8-8 at the very least. But yeah, no, I agree. But the Bears game was a very positive sign. Colts on the road against the Titans.
I'm going to tighten up.
I'm going to go Titans, but I don't think they're going to have that sort of game again, because this Colts team. Look, that Colts defense played phenomenal against the Chargers.
Did you see that video of Quentin Nelson?
No.
Bro, he killed somebody. He ended someone's life.
No way.
Blocking.
Yo.
Like he pushed him.
Oh no, he's amazing.
On the other sideline.
He's the best guard in football. You can't tell me otherwise. There's no other offensive guard that's even
I'll show you the video later. It was crazy.
I gotta watch that. Yeah, I got Titans as well. Close game though, I think, because Colts are gonna be able to limit them, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to put points back. Patriots on the road against Miami.
Do we have to say who we take for that
It's
one?
Patriots.
Tom Brady's
I'm not even gonna get. You know what though? The only thing going for the Dolphins right now is that they have a great track record against Patriots in Miami. They do. Yeah. They beat them almost every year. So that's the only thing going for them. But this team is so bad that it's Gesicki, dude. Mike, my boy, he's gonna be
Jersey Shore.
He actually did pretty well, I think, in the Ravens game, which is funny. I think he had like 50 yards. So no, but yeah, the Patriots win. Bills on the road against the New York Football Giants. I'm gonna go Bills. I think Saquon's gonna have a good game, but I think the Bills' defense will be enough. And not to mention the Bills, that comeback against the Jets, they're gonna have momentum. It'll carry over.
I just hope the Giants play a little bit better defense this week. Right. It is the Bills.
Right, so it's a good opportunity.
Good opportunity to come back.
But we'll see.
Sadly, I'm gonna take the Bills as a New York Giants football fan. But whatever.
Hey, it's good to be objective, man.
Yeah.
Good job. We got Dallas on the road against Washington.
Whoa, where are you jumping from?
Cowboys, Washington. It's the same order.
You forgot Seattle. And
that's my next. That's the next on my list. Cowboys, Redskins.
All right, Cowboys and Redskins. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Yeah.
Just because Darius Guice.
Fuck himself.
Yeah,
but,
I know. I'm gonna go with the Washington Redskins. Fuck it.
I like that.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson's coming back.
He's gonna
Because
truck
Darius
something.
Geis is going to be out. AP,
He's going to vintage
Dude,
AP on them.
he's going 149 yards at least.
And Case Keenum about to throw 4 interceptions.
Two interceptions, 2 touchdowns. All right, yeah, no, I actually like the Redskins in that game for some reason. We got Cardinals on. Oh, sorry.
You're missing Seattle,
We
bro.
got Seattle.
What you
Okay,
doing?
so we got the Seattle Seahawks on the road against the Pittsburgh
Seattle
Steelers.
going up.
Who do you got?
Seattle.
You got Seattle. I think the Steelers will play better. I
They're not gonna win,
also think Seattle will play better. I got Seattle in another
I got
very
Marquise
narrow one.
Blair killing James
He barely
Conner.
even played last week, but I hope he gets more minutes. But I got 27-24 Seattle. Next game we have
Ravens.
we got Ravens at home against the Cardinals.
I'm going with the Ravens again. I'm high on Lamar Jackson right now.
I got the Ravens as well. It's going to be a close game. Lamar's going to throw 3 picks. He's going to have
3, god dang, yo.
3 against the Cardinals. I got 2 going to Pat Pete and 1 going to Terrell Suggs. Calling it.
Wait, what'd you just say?
Bank on it. Terrell Suggs
No,
is getting
I'm
a pick.
high on Lamar Jackson.
No, but I got the Ravens. I got the
I got
Ravens.
the Ravens. Though.
Texans at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm gonna go with the sleeper pick.
You are.
Yeah,
Because I like Jacksonville, and I like Garner Minshew a lot. The Texans are gonna win this game.
They're gonna win, but I'm for myself. I'm going with the sleeper pick. Just
Okay.
make my life feel better.
All right. Chiefs on the road against the Oakland Raiders.
The Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs, and I hope they destroy them.
Yeah, I hope they never mind. I can't say.
I think it's gonna be close.
I can't say it on the podcast. Never mind.
But
There you go.
I got Chiefs. I got Chiefs by 10 at the very least 10.
Chicago.
No, fuck it. Chiefs by 20.
30.
20. At least 20. Chicago against Denver in Denver.
Do we have to say we?
I don't know. This is tough.
Really? You think so?
I think it's closer. I mean, the Bears struggled a lot, and I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Am I crazy? I'm gonna go Broncos against the Bears. Yeah, then again, you know what? No, I'm gonna go Bears. Because my thing is that they had a week and a half to prepare for this one. So, because they play Thursday. I got Bears winning by 3. 4. 27-23. What do you got, Matt?
We don't know.
Bears, Broncos.
Bears.
Yeah. I was flip-flopping, though. In Denver, Mile High.
Did they get high? But never mind.
Probably it's Colorado. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so we got the Saints on the road against the Rams.
Oh, wait. Oh, Saints. I'm going with it. Actually, no. Drew Brees. I do like my boy Drew in fantasy, but I'm benching him this week for Tom Brady.
Saints. I don't like saying it because the Rams at home, but I don't know. I got Saints. I need to go in to beat them. 38-28.
Eagles, Falcons.
I got the Eagles just because the Falcons looked that bad last week, and I don't see them recovering. I got Eagles.
To be honest, I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Okay, all right. I'm a little shocked, but
I'm not being biased either because I fucking hate the Falcons. Or the Eagles.
my thing is, it's Sunday Night Football. The Falcons just came off a terrible loss. I go Eagles. Then we got Browns on the road against the New York Jets.
I'm going with the Jets. I'm gonna
go Browns. I'm gonna go. Look, the injuries that the Jets are dealing with right now, I think too heavy. I think it's gonna be Browns are gonna make a comeback at the end. Like it's gonna be that bad.
I see
for them.
overtime.
I can see that too, but I got Browns pulling ahead at the end, winning with a field goal. So I think that is week 2.
We summed it up very quickly there.
Well
I like
done.
that.
Well
Well
done.
done.
Yeah, a lot of road teams this week.
Which I like.
Right, exactly.
One of the sleepers.
Yeah, the sleepers. So, what do we got next on the list?
Agenda. I do want to talk about FIBA a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm done.
So, as you guys know, FIBA is international play for basketball. I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah. Team USA is knocked out, basically, now. Because they lost to France, and they lost to Serbia today. France a couple days ago. I do want to point one thing out in the France game. Frank Ntilikina played very, very good. I'm not lying. He locked up Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
Who's on the Team USA team. Go off real quick. Who's on the Team USA team, real quick?
Team USA, we've got Kemba, Derek White, Miles Turner, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Plumlee, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez, Joe Harris, Jaylen Brown, and Harrison Barnes.
What kind of team is that? I
mean, look, here's
yes,
my
we
thing.
should win.
Yeah, but here's my thing, and that's my argument. I don't think they're trying. They don't want to get injured before their actual NBA season. I think people are like, I get it. They shouldn't lose, so I agree. But again, it's FIBA. It's not even the Olympics.
You're right. But
still, it is disappointing to see them lose the way they do.
I do want to talk about, though, Jason Tatum didn't play because he's hurt. I think he didn't play. But we could have had so many more guys playing. But, I mean, like you said, they didn't go super hard. It's just, how do we lose to Serbia?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Who had Boban? I mean, Boban's a god, obviously. But
right, for sure. But still,
But, I don't know. I did watch the France game, a little bit of the France game. I did like how Frank Ntilikina did play. He did I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not even being biased.
He played well. Look,
he played very well.
I still think he's a good defender. I
think
the Knicks should keep him, but they need to. If they're going to keep him, they have to play him. It's as simple as that.
He's got too many damn guards.
I agree. You could put him at shooting guard. I mean, he's 6'6", right?
Yeah, he's growing still.
He's tall. Yeah, right. So, what's it called? No, yeah. I don't think it's too much to.
I'm not really worried about the Team USA right now, but since basketball season's almost here.
No, I feel it. It's still like stupid to see it going that way, and for them to lose to Serbia, it's not great. It's not great at all. But who knows? Who knows?
But
I mean, they do have Kemba Walker, but Nila. You see, Frank destroyed him on that one jumper. That was so sick. I was watching that before. I'm like, oh my god, it's awesome.
A little bit about baseball. I mean, playoffs are coming up. We're really not huge into baseball in this pod. I mean, I like baseball.
Well, look, I'm a Met fan.
Yankees
Not diehard. I'm a Met fan, and they're coming back. See what happened? We were like 5 games behind wild card, and we just swept the Diamondbacks 4 games.
Real?
4 games.
Shit.
So now we're like, I think we're 2 games or a game and a half behind.
Damn.
Yeah, man, Mets are making.
My Yankees though.
Yeah, Yankees are doing well. They're doing well.
World Series bound.
I'm not afraid to admit it. They're doing pretty well. But then, did somebody get injured?
We have the most injuries in the
Oh,
league.
right.
But we're still number 1.
And still doing well, yeah.
So go fuck yourself. Awkward.
This is one of those parts of the podcast where if we had a camera, the joke would be funnier than it actually is.
That's why we gotta get a camera on.
You're right, yeah, for sure.
I'll bring my webcam, bro.
I'm down. But yeah, Mets are 2 games down. They're behind. So Chicago, Milwaukee, and Washington.
Yeah.
So.
You want to talk about a little NBA preview? Or,
yeah, I'm down.
A little bit of time on our hands.
So Knicks.
What about them?
What are you feeling?
I mean, alright, I'm gonna be 110% honest with you guys. I feel that we could push for an 8th seed, 7th seed, just because the East sucks. But alright, I'm a diehard Knicks fan. I'd love to pick up RJ Barrett. I just want to see Knicks playoff basketball again. Again, we haven't seen that in how many years has it been? A long time.
Long time. It's been a long time.
And I just want that back, to be honest. But if anything, in 8th seed, I see us. It'd be nice, but we still have a lot of problems. I mean, I love the signing of Julius Randle. We didn't get our big superstars like KD, Kyrie, and all of them, but I do love the signing of Julius Randle. He's young. He could lead this team. We have RJ Barrett. We have Dennis Smith still. We have the defensive player of the year probably soon, Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. But what do you think of the Knicks?
I like them because of their veterans. My problem is, with the team they have now, they can go to an 8th seed. The thing is, I think they're going to be trading a few of those guys to get picks, to get draft
Which
capital.
I would love.
Which is fine, yeah. But
trust the process.
Again, yeah, I want to say that, and I like RJ. They need to play Kevin Knox more, and I think DSJ is talented. Mitchell Robinson's very talented. Julius Randle is a beast. That starting lineup could be great. I don't know where... My thing is, I don't know what they're going to get next offseason, draft-wise or free agency-wise. My hope is Anthony Edwards. We're going to watch this back in, months from now and see what we got. But Anthony Edwards, I would love to have on the team.
You might hate me for this. I was talking about
Mellow ball.
Yes, sir.
Look,
I'm
I have
high
no,
on LaMelo
like,
Ball.
not that I have an issue with that. I don't. If we have a top 3 pick, no.
No,
I
obviously
don't.
not.
I would
But
not get LaMelo.
I'm watching his games this year
And
in
he's
Australia.
solid. No, he's solid.
He's a
I'm
very
telling
mature
you
guy
right
now.
now.
He's very mature now.
I agree. I think he's doing good in the league. I really do. He's going to be a better outside shooter than his brother. Not as good as a defender, but he will
Obviously,
be.
but he
really
can work
good
on
shooter.
that. It's just stuff.
Yeah, and look, I think
he deserves a real chance in the league.
I agree. And I would say Anthony Edwards and RJ Hampton are the top 2 guys to look out for. I'm really high on Anthony Edwards. I can't stress enough. You could put him at point guard, shooting guard, or small forward. He can play all 3 of those positions.
I really do love LaMelo Ball, though.
No, I agree. I think he has a
not
X
just
factor
because of
for
his
sure.
name either. It's just
Well, hey, why don't we trade for another lottery pick and we'll just why not, man?
bro, like our freaking my league, bro.
Yeah, right.
The
Yeah.
Hornets.
take DSJ and a first.
Because he could play that shooting guard position and move RJ around.
No, right.
move
He's
it
6'9", is he?
Who,
LaMelo?
He's 6'7", I think.
Like 6.
6'6"?
Yeah, he's tall though. He's tall for a point guard.
Yeah, he's like Lonzo.
Yeah, no, and that's
But
versatility.
those are my 3 players. Like
That's
I'll add on
what
to the top 3
that's what the
players.
Knicks need. They need versatility.
I
Simple.
And we need youth.
Right. And
The league's all about bigger guys now, and they can do everything.
right.
Look at Giannis.
Right, exactly. But yeah, and James Wiseman, is that his name? James Wiseman, the
Yeah.
center. Yeah, he's gonna be good. I don't think we have Mitchell Robinson though.
We don't need him.
So
I
yeah.
do love how every sign that we have besides Julius Randle is on a 1-year deal or a team option.
Right. Yeah, I feel you. That's what
So
I love
we can
because
do
it gives
whatever-
us the option, and
Mhm.
we can trade them, drop them. I like it. Real quick, your seeding predictions.
My seeding prediction.
Eastern Conference. I'll go first. Eastern Conference
Okay.
wise, I got Bucks at 1. I don't know if they're gonna go to the championship. I can't tell you that.
No.
I think they'll win the most games. Number 2, I got the Sixers. Number 3, I have the Celtics. I don't know how to feel about that, but because they're again like sort of a boomer bust team. I think Celtics will at least get the 3rd seed. 4th seed, I have the Pacers. They got what's his name? They got Brogdon. They got TJ Warren.
Mine's gonna be a lot different.
They have a better team, and Oladipo is gonna be great if he can stay healthy. I like it. 5th seed's tough. I'll go Raptors. I mean, they don't have Kawhi, but they still have a decent team around them. They'll get at least like a 5th or 4th seed. 6th seed.
Mine's gonna be a lot different than yours.
6th
I
seed.
like that.
6th seed's tough.
I like that.
6th seed's tough. I'll go Nets.
Forgot they're in like.
Like
contention.
they don't have Durant, but I'll give them the 6th seed because they have Kyrie and DeAndre Jordan, Dinwiddie.
Yeah, they can
like
go
they have
far.
okay pieces around them. They can get the 6th seed. 7th seed. I don't know. The 7th seed's so tough. I think I'm not gonna say them, but the Magic. Watch out for the Magic.
I low-key like that.
But it's tough
You know
because
who
they
you're
don't
leaving
have
out,
great.
though?
They don't have good guard play.
I'll wait until you're done, then I'll start it.
But and then what's it called? That was my 7th seed, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go Magic with my 7th seed shocker pick, but I don't know. I could be stupid as fuck, but and the 8th seed is between the Pistons and the Knicks. I don't know. Like Pistons or Knicks, it's really tough to like. Actually, I'm gonna change something up. Changing this up. 7th seed's not gonna be the Magic. I'm gonna go Hawks.
Yeah, I was about to say you're leaving them out.
I like the Hawks because they are really young. Like that is like being understated. Like,
You're gonna sound fucking.
they're a
crazy
really
in
young
minute.
team. I got the Hawks as the 7th
You're gonna sound
seed.
crazy in a minute.
Fuck you. 8th seed. It's Magic, Pistons, or Knicks.
It's a lot of people.
I'm gonna go with the Knicks,
You're being
and that
biased.
might be the optimist. Fuck you.
I'm being biased too. It's okay.
It might be the optimist in me, but I think the Knicks have enough veteran talent, and they have the young guys. And by the end of the season, they're gonna be developed enough. I think like Mitchell Robinson's gonna be averaging a double.
Yeah, Iggy, bro.
Yeah, Iggy Bradauskas or
I
whatever
like
from
him.
Michigan. Yeah, no, he's solid, and I like him. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting team to watch. So those are my.
My
seeds.
turn. All right, Milwaukee 1, Philly 2.
Same as me.
But this is where we're just gonna go different. I'm going to go with Brooklyn 3.
Ooh, damn.
them 3.
You have them ahead of the Celtics.
Shh, listen to me.
Not the Pistons.
Shh, let me talk.
The Pacers.
Let me talk.
The Magic.
Nets 3.
Okay.
4 Boston. 5 Atlanta.
Damn. Okay.
6 Pacers.
All right. Damn,
7,
that's bold.
7. Who am I missing? 7. Good. Detroit. 8th Knicks.
So you're leaving out the Magic.
Magic could push for the 8th seed with the Knicks. I feel like they're gonna be tied, and it's just gonna go.
You're missing the Raptors.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. The Raptors.
Oh.
The Raptors go somewhere in there. I don't even know. I'm going crazy.
No, but honestly, like it's hard to tell what the Raptors
I'm high on Atlanta this year.
I am too because I like John Collins and I like Trey Young.
Cam Reddish.
They also got DeAndre Hunter, right?
Yeah.
That team is looking great on paper, but they are super, super young.
You know who's super young too now, sort of? The Wizards.
Wizards are
But
goners.
John Wall was
They're goners.
Yeah, they're done. They're dead. I'm gonna go to the West first, okay?
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna go with who's on the West? Oh yeah. Jesus Christ, this is a lot now. The West is very talented. I'm gonna go with the Clippers 1. 2. Houston.
Okay. What was your number 1?
Clippers.
Okay.
3. Golden State. 4. Denver. 5. Portland.
Damn. Okay.
6. Wait, did I already say Denver? Yeah. 6. Utah.
Okay.
7. 7's gonna be the.
Did you say the Warriors yet?
Yeah, I did. 7's gonna be LA Clippers. Not LA. No, LA Lakers.
Oh shit! You didn't say Lakers yet. Damn. Okay.
8th is gonna be the Pelicans.
Damn, you went low on the Lakers though. 7th.
Yeah. But they didn't even make freaking.
All right, I'll tell you mine. Number 1's the Lakers. I got the
Whoa,
Lakers number 1 in the Western
whoa.
Conference. You don't have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and you don't finish first in the conference. I'm sorry. There's absolutely
We're
no
gonna
way.
go back to this podcast.
No way, man. The Lakers are gonna be the
year from
number 1 seed.
You're
Scratch
crazy.
that. Scratch that.
You are nuts.
The number 1 seed's the Nuggets.
All right, that's
The second seed's the Lakers. The third seed's the Rockets. The 4th seed's the Warriors. The 5th seed's the Jazz. The 6th seed is the Clippers.
You want the
The
Clippers that
7th
high?
seed's the Pelicans. And the 8th seed is the San Antonio Spurs.
I like.
I don't count Greg Popovich out.
I like being different. I
Right.
like that.
And look, here's
give me some.
Look, I have the Clippers at 6 because as much as I love them defensively, I don't know. Like I had trouble with the Clippers. They're either going to be number 1 or they're going to be in the bottom of the list.
I like that though.
But yeah, no, I like the Lakers this year, and I hate saying that.
I don't.
I do, and I think
And
they
I'm
have
not
enough.
even being hated.
They have enough veteran depth
Whoever
on that
listens to my
team.
friends know I hate the Lakers just
Right.
because. But I'm not even hating. It's just. I don't
Look.
think they missed the playoffs last year with LeBron James. I know the injuries suck.
I get it, but they Anthony Davis changed, and Dwight Howard is a double machine, so he's gonna be reliable. Screw that. Anthony Davis, a power forward. Who's their small forward?
Kuzma.
Right, they have. I didn't even think about
Ron's my
Kuzma,
point guard.
and then shooting guard is maybe.
I don't even fucking know. Ray Allen or somebody.
Ray Allen.
This is why we use a camera, bro. It's
Oh
funny.
my god, Ray Allen.
Okay, Ray Allen's not playing.
Hold
I'm
on,
joking.
let me look up who their shooting guard is.
But yeah, yo, you know what's weird?
Hmm.
You know, back in the day, like how Puma was like a really good brand,
Hmm.
and like it stopped.
Right.
It's on the rise again. You realize that, right?
Wait, really?
Puma.
That's why.
RJ Barrett signed with them.
Oh, that's right.
DeAndre Ayton is with them.
Right, they had to get new.
A bunch of new guys are with them.
Right. Damn, I didn't realize.
Zion Williamson went with Jordan. That kind of surprised me.
Right. Shit, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Like these
Fuck, dude.
like old brands are making a comeback.
Well, good for Puma.
Did you see the ban on the Ninja headbands?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of stupid.
I mean,
I like them.
they're whatever. Maybe there's probably a better reason behind why they did it, but
Probably research.
maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know why they did it, but
Whatever.
we got the Panthers driving down the field.
How's that game going?
Catherine got 19 yards.
How's Cam Bam Bam doing?
3 for 3, 21 yards.
Okay. Have my other league.
Okay. So yeah, that was the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It was fun.
Anything else you want to talk about? We wrapped up everything. I like it.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. All I'm gonna say is Mets are winning the World Series.
Oh, okay.
The Mets are winning the World Series. Hey guys, the Mets are winning the World Series.
I think he's.
We're gonna listen.
smoking
You're
something.
gonna know when they win the World Series. We're gonna listen to this.
Sean.
I'm gonna post on Twitter.
Sean.
I'm gonna take this clip and I'm gonna post on Twitter.
Sean. The Yankees are winning. What I'm telling you.
Anyway, guys, so thanks for listening to the podcast. I'm Sean Courtney, alongside the
This is my channel.
The
What the
owner of the
fuck are you
channel, Matthew, the owner of MVD Nation,
Part owner, of course.
and part owner. We are signing off.
Love you guys. See you guys next week.
Hate you.
Bye bye.